Matthias Ungetüm has already sent quite a few emails in his time as a spammer. 4 years ago, he developed a simple text-based browser game in his modest apartment in a small town in eastern Germany. To get more users for his online game, he turned to drastic measures.
I primarily advertised the browser game with spam. I got the addresses for the spam mail by hacking into databanks or just found them online. An ad costs money. If I wanted to place an ad, I had to invest money. Spam didn't cost me a thing.
The 25-year-old programmer rewrote the header in the email to mask his address. That meant no one could trace the email back to him, and he was able to sneak his messages through the filter systems set up by email providers. He sent up to 100,000 spam messages a day.
The problem is that I don't have a guilty conscience. Why should I? You can just delete the email and that's it. I'm not sending 1,000 emails to one person.
Spam mails aren't just annoying. They bombard computers with viruses and Trojans, causing an estimated 10 billion euros in damages each year. The Spam House project has declared war on these mischievous missives. British-based Richard Cox is the project's technical director.
Often they use shell companies, bogus entities to book IP space, book mailing servers and the rest, so that when you go to look for them, you find a false trail of records. But at the end of the day, it is possible to make that connection.
4 out of 5 spam mails advertise for dubious internet shops. So-called Nigeria scams claim $1 million inheritance in Africa can be yours if you just give them a small loan. Files from emails can infect personal computers and let people remotely control the computers from the dark corners of the internet. Spam House sorts through all of these mails and puts suspected spammers on a block list, then made available to email providers. In 2013, hackers managed to paralyze large parts of the internet in an attack on Spam House's servers.
In the early days, our chief executive used to get regularly death threats and eventually decided to move house. The other members of the team do occasionally get threats made, and of course we always get threats from lawyers.
It's hard to track spammers. Many people think that spam is a Russian or Nigerian specialty, but industrialized countries like the UK and Germany are in the top 10. Leading the pack is the United States.
Some countries find it difficult to prosecute spammers, partly because of the way the laws have been written in their country, partly because of the fact that it's often difficult to prove that a person who receives email hadn't given permission for it. But if we have information about the activities of a spammer, where that is illegal, we make that available to the police or the appropriate agency within a country on their request.
Matthias received several visits from the police because of his spam activities. Now he earns his money as an IT security expert. Matthias says the fight against spam is far from over. Spammers keep refining their tactics to avoid spam filters.
I think that it's not as annoying as before. I don't think you notice it as much when you actually get a spam mail. But that's just because the mails are becoming more targeted and part of our daily lives.
The flood of junk mail probably won't recede in the near future. But groups like Spam House have a clear goal. Spam shouldn't ever reach its target. Shift says, trash it.